the fam, that's what they call me.
Hey guys, it's Miss Chasen here and welcome back to my channel. I'm currently at I think 125 subscribers and I thank each and every one of you for being here. So today, what to pack for a cruise with kids. Because when I was doing my research trying to figure out like what to pack, I could never find anyone packing for kids. So I was like, you know what, this might be a good video. So hopefully some of these tips will help you out. Some of these tips are like common sense things, but I'm gonna just say them anyway. I made out a list and I have it right here. So if you see me looking down, I'm trying to like just look up my notes, because if you see my last video and you watched it all the way to the end, you know sometimes I get tongue tied. So I thought maybe if I try a script that would help me out. So let's get straight to it. So first, the most important thing is your passport or your birth certificate. And I had my birth certificate in like a zip pencil pouch. I learned that the zip pouch made it easier for me because I can just unzip it. But the zip pencil pouch, if I can find one, I can't find it right now at the moment, but if I can find it, I'll insert a picture right here. But that came in handy because once you get to port, you have to take your birth certificate with you everywhere you go. That's how you get on and off the ship. One thing that actually helped me out like quite a bit, because I can just take it out of my backpack and just show it to them and put it back in with no problems, because you're always going to be in the line whenever you use it, and they try to get the line going pretty fast. The next thing, I booked my cruise through a travel agent on the base. My husband is in the military, so I used the base travel agent. And I asked her, I said, what is one thing that you wish someone would have told you to pack when you first went on your first cruise? And I was shocked when she said a car freshener, just a simple car freshener. So when I went on my cruise, I took the car freshener that I can hang around. I hung it around my mirror in the bathroom. It's like a little bar hook. If you go back and look in my cruise cabin tour, you should see it like hanging on the bar in the bathroom. I think I had it hung up already when I did it. But anyway, and then I thought maybe this right here would have been a good idea. But I would try this on the next cruise that I go to, because I did take the, like I said, I did take the car freshener, but it wasn't strong enough. After about, I think 2 days, I kind of realized what she said, like the bathrooms literally start to stink. So I think the next cruise, I have another cruise planned for November, so I think I'm going to try this the next time I go, and I'll let you know how it works. Next, I found this on another video because I did like extensive research. A hanging particle bag. And this, it really came in handy because the video that I watched, she was like, there's nowhere to put your stuff, and she wasn't lying. There's like, you have like one shelf probably about this big, and this particle bag really came in handy because when I packed it, I packed like all of my medications that I'm going to show you, and I packed like a couple other things, and it really came in handy because I can just clamp it with these clamps, and I can just unclamp it when I get there and just hang it up. So I would highly suggest this. And it has like a lot of zippers and like separate compartments and stuff, and you can just see everything, and it's all right there. Like if you wear makeup, it would be good to. I really didn't wear a lot of makeup, so I think this really helped me out a lot. The next thing is formal attire. If you watch I think it was day 3 or 4, it was captain's night, and you have to wear, well, you don't have to wear formal attire, but we participated. My kids wore a suit, my husband wore a suit, and I wore a red dress. I'll insert a picture here. And another that I watched before I left, she said to bring a light jacket or sweater or something of that sort. which I'm so happy I did because it was very cold on the ship. And then at nighttime, it also gets cold. And not only does it get cold, it gets windy. And also, we went in December, so it was kind of, I think, extra cold. Like at night, it was like really windy to the point where they had to shut the decks down. And if I had to guess, I would guess it's cold like that all the time. And another thing that came in handy, trying to see if I grabbed one. I didn't grab one, but I went to the dollar store and I purchased ponchos. I had just a simple little, they were really thin, something that I knew because I knew I wasn't going to reuse them. So I bought 5 of them because I have a family of 5. I brought 5 ponchos and it did rain. It only rained for like a hot minute though. So by the time we got our ponchos on, the rain had stopped. So you may need a poncho, you may not. But I also took an umbrella. I took a small umbrella. I don't think I had to use it. Like I said, it only rained when we were in Nassau. It rained for like a quick 2 minutes. By the time we got our ponchos on, the rain had stopped. So I would just take this just in case. It's better safe than sorry. And this is the main thing you're gonna need. Every person in each, I'm trying to make sure I don't show anything. Every person in the cabin is going to get a card. Adults and children, everybody. This is how you get on the ship. This is how you make your purchases. This is basically your lifeline. And I don't know if you lose it, you can get another one. I'm sure you can. Luckily, we didn't lose it. So one thing I would recommend is a lanyard. And it's just a simple lanyard. I think I already had this. I got it from Gulf Winds. But another thing, I would make sure that my lanyard has this type of hook. I had a lanyard that I got from, I think, the hair store. And if I can find it, I'll show you. But it wasn't worth it. It was like I had to put the card inside of the slot, if that makes sense. And then whenever we wanted to use the key, we would have to like unhook it and take it out of the card thing. So I would highly suggest a lanyard like this with this type of hook. That way the little hole, it can just go right through the hole with no problems, and you literally don't have to take it out at all. You can just keep it right there because the way the strip is on the other side, so you never really need the side. So whenever we brought, like, say, a drink at the bar, I can just take my lanyard off and hand it to them. A lanyard, this is very important. They sell them on the ship, but you're gonna pay like, I think like $5, and $5 adds up, especially with the family of 5. And this, I just had it laying around the house. Every time I go out of town, this is like automatic for me. I always take the little Lysol spray. I take the travel size, and I also take the Lysol wipes, because every time I go out of town, I spray the beds, and I spray everything, the pillows and everything. So this is a must-have, even if you're just going out of town on vacation or something. Also the Lysol wipes, and you can get the travel pack, or you can just bring a whole regular size bottle, because they don't really have like limitations as far as sizes. You can bring like actual size things, but this is like to save space. I brought this one. I got some motion sickness stuff. You can get Dramamine, but this one is called Motion Ease, and it worked pretty good. I think I put it on everybody. You put it behind your ear. You take a drop and you put it behind your ear, and it has like a kind of a peppermint smell to it. I also read in my research that peppermint helps also, but I just decided to get this, and like I can smell it now. It's really strong, but it did help for the most part. My son, he got sick. My oldest son, he got sick on, I think, the second day, but I think he forgot to put some of this behind his ear. So this really helped, and I would suggest to put it on like before you get sick. Like we put it on as soon as we got on the ship, before the ship took off. I don't think I've seen any of this on any of the other videos, but I know for me, as I've gotten older, I have gas a lot. So like, especially the food, like the certain foods that you eat on the ship, for me, it kind of gives me gas and that bloated feeling. So I take like gas medicine, and Also for the kids, I took the Motrin and Tylenol and Robitussin. And I think the only thing that I actually had to use was the Robitussin because my son, he got a cough on the ship. Like I said, it was really cold and he easily gets a cough, like he has a cough now. So I'm happy that I took this. They have this stuff on the ship, but you're gonna pay like, I want to say like $12. So I would make sure I have. I also had the. I like to take a leave, so I had a leave, and I think I had to use. I know I had to use the cough syrup, the gas pills, and I think I got a headache one night. So I was happy that I had that on hand. That because, like I said, the ship has almost everything you need, but you're gonna pay a premium because they know that you can't get it anywhere else. You're on the ship, you're stranded, so they got you. So why not just pack it all now, and even if you don't use it, you still have it. And all this stuff, I had it in my hanging thing right here. It all fit in the hanging bag. I've seen this on almost every video I watched. They suggested this item, which is a water bottle. A water bottle comes in handy because they have juice in the morning. That juice is amazing. I think it's called guava juice or something like that, but it is awesome. And the only time they have it is in the morning at breakfast. So me and the kids, we would fill up our cup, and it's also handy like if you just want to get some water. We had water sent to the room because otherwise I think you have to pay for water. And I pre-purchased water before we went on the ship, and because I thought that maybe it would be a higher price on the ship, but I think it was the same price. It's like $4, $3 or $4 for a 12 pack. No, I think it's $3 or $4 for a 6 pack. And it's the geyser water from the dollar store. So yeah, they up that price too. But you can't bring water on the ship, so you have to pay for it if you're gonna drink water, which is ridiculous. But you have all the soda and everything else that you can have. So I don't understand that. I guess they're trying to make money. And like I said, we went in December in the cold months. So I don't know if you're gonna need this next item, but I just took it anyway. And I'm happy that I did because we actually needed it. But I took long pants, like we took jeans, and we wore sweat. Every time we travel, we wore sweats to be comfortable because we had to drive to Jacksonville, which is, from me, it's a 5-hour drive. So we like to ride comfortable. So in the winter months, which seems to be when we travel a lot, we wear sweatpants because like in the formal dining room, some nights it was cold. So I would just take some pants just to be on the safe side. And another thing I would make sure I do is take walking shoes. I know you want to be cute. I'm one of those people that like to be cute, and I would sacrifice for, I'll take one for the team to be cute any day. But I had to find me some nice, comfortable walking shoes, like tennis shoes or something like that. I would not recommend closed, like open toe shoes like sandals or anything, especially when you go to Nassau. Because when you go to Nassau, when we got to Nassau, we got immediately when you get off the ship, they're gonna have people like kind of coming at you trying to get you to take a tour, and make sure you try to negotiate. That's one thing they are willing to do in Bahamas is negotiate. So I think he tried to offer us a tour for like $150, and it was 6 of us. And they charge, sometimes they try to charge you per person, and he knocked it down to I think 120. And I want to say the tour was for 3 or 4 hours, which was almost the whole time we were docked in the Bahamas. And he showed us around like the different main attractions. And if you go and watch one of my previous videos, which I'll try to get my son to help me put it in the cards up here, you can see where we went in the Bahamas. And also my son, he vlogs also. So if you want to see like different clips of what we did and where we went, I also put those in the cards up here, or maybe here, we'll see. But I would definitely bring walking shoes. But a backpack is so much more convenient than a purse, because think about when you go shopping, when you go to the Bahamas, your tour guide, he's going to take you to places where you shop, because I mean, it's a money game. So first he took us to a t-shirt shop and we got t-shirts, and then we went to like kind of like a flea market type thing, and we all got, my son, he got a bag, and we got a bunch of stuff. If you guys would like to see what we got from the flea markets, just comment down below and let me know, and I'll do a video on that also. And but a book bag came in handy instead of a purse, because if I had my purse, we would have been trying to lug all this stuff around. So I'm happy that I took a backpack that came in handy, and it was a regular size backpack. And actually, I had a more of a backpack purse, and I made my husband wear the backpack, and it was like it was empty when we got off the ship. When we got back on the ship, it was full. So definitely a backpack. Also, another thing I would bring is a hat. A hat with like a long brim to cover you from the sun. I don't think I wore a hat, but my kids, they bought a hat. Excuse me, they bought a hat from one of the shops that they took us to. It wasn't too sunny that day, so I was okay without a hat. And another thing that I've seen on another video is sunglasses. And I didn't take my good sunglasses. I just went in the one video that I watched, she recommended going to the dollar store and getting glasses, because you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose them. So I wouldn't take my good sunglasses on a cruise or on a trip anywhere. So me personally, I thrift. So I thrifted me some glasses, and if I lost them, it wouldn't have been a big deal, because I only paid $1 anyway. So that was another good tip that I found. I think I was on YouTube. My laundry bag, but I can't find it right now at the moment. I'm like a pro at hiding stuff from myself. But I would take one of those net-like laundry bags with the drawstring on it. If I can find it, I'll put a picture right here. But I also recommend that we didn't get a beach day, but I took it also for like if we had the beach day and we had beach toys. Normally what I do when I go to the beach anyway is I put it in this laundry bag and shake the sand out. And it's so much easier than trying to like knock all the sand out. Something to decorate your door. So we went around Christmas time. So my kids took stockings. They took Christmas stockings. And this helps because you know which door is yours. All the doors look the same. Down the hallway, they all look the same. Yeah, you know your number, but how much faster would it be if you have something to identify your door? That was an awesome tip. And also we had, I can't think of the name, but there's like a family of, I think, 40, and they were hiding ducks all over the ship. So someone put a duck inside one of the stockings, and my kids thought that was so cool. If I have a picture of that or the duck, I'll put that right there. The thing is cash, because I would not use my card like on vacation. And then also when we went on our cruise, they tried to get you to put the tips on your card, but a lot of people don't know. I think after the 3rd day, you can go to guest service. That's when they charge your card with all the suggested tips. On the 3rd day, you can go to guest services and have them take those tips off, and you can pay the tips yourself. I know a lot of people gonna come for me and say, don't be cheap and you should have left them tips on, but you do what you want to do, and I did what I wanted to do. I went to guest services and I told them to take the tips off, and we tipped our waiter and our housekeepers, and we tipped everybody ourselves. And so I would highly recommend cash. You're also going to need cash when you go to like the flea markets and stuff like that. I don't remember if they accept cards, but I wouldn't recommend a card. And also, if you like insist on using a card, I would go to like Walmart and get like one of those little cash cards that you can just like kind of like get rid of after you come off the ship or whatever. I would not suggest using a bank card. And also, of course, the obvious, a swimsuit, a cover up. Another thing that came in handy for us is the swim shoes. We took swim shoes, but like the water shoes. I don't have any right now to show you, but we took the water shoes, and those came in handy because after we got off the ship, you have to go through the deck, and then you have to go inside. So that kind of helped us to keep us from slipping, because it was like really wet by the pool areas and stuff like that. So I would highly recommend swim shoes. Another thing that I would not have thought about if I didn't watch a video was to hold your mail while you're gone, and to notify your bank in case you do end up using your card. Because I know my bank, they will lock me out of my account if they see anything that looks suspicious. One time I went to Ross and they excuse me, they locked me out of my account. So I would definitely notify my bank that you're going to travel. I would do that anyway whenever I go on a vacation or something. So these are just a few tips and tricks that I learned and helped me out a lot. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells so you won't miss another video. See you guys on the next one. So if
Be the fam, that's what they call me. I promise that